Joining us to discuss the outlook for energy and oil prices is Amrita Sen, Energy Aspects founder and director of research. Interesting to see it flip lower today, Amrita. Is there reason to expect a reversal of this trend in Q4 that we've been seeing?
I mean, look, we've been saying, and I think in the near term, last week and this week as well, some consolidation is likely, given we've moved higher quite substantially. Some risks for sure around kind of options positioning, but that's very much a near-term phenomena. Fundamentally and structurally, this is the market that should rebase and move higher. But we never move higher in a straight line. I know they make for great headlines, but overall, it hasn't really changed in terms of where the direction of prices are.
You think that prices can continue to rise from here? You don't think the administration might step in or some type of other supply side issue?
No, I look, for me, I mean, OPEC Plus continue to remain cautious. They continue to remain very much of the opinion that the macro is weak and they need to remain vigilant rather than bringing back production quickly and early. Even Russia, who's enforced some oil product export ban, isn't jumping up and down to try and export more crude. In fact, they came out and officially even said that, because both Saudi Arabia and Russia and OPEC Plus as a whole are realizing significantly more higher revenues. And as a result of that, I think they are fine in terms of letting prices go up a little bit, simply because even at these price levels, because gasoline cracks have been coming off, you're not seeing the same impact or negative impact on consumers. And we do believe oil prices need to go up quite substantially from here if gasoline prices continue to come off before it makes a negative dent. In terms of the administration, we do think an SPR release is, I mean, I shouldn't say it's likely, but it's definitely something they could use. Maybe they use it for Thanksgiving. That's something they've done in the past. 30 million barrels of loan is what happened in November 2021. So I wouldn't rule out a repeat of that, given it's an election year and they will probably do everything they can to try and lower prices. It's going to be a temporary impact because the market is tight enough to absorb that.
When would you argue that inventories in the SPR are truly dangerous, a threat to security?
It's a great question, and it depends. I mean, look, right now with what U.S. demand is and U.S. production is, we think you could draw down another 120 to 140 million barrels and still have some cover. But, of course, in the event of an actual outage, you would want more than that. That would be the bare minimum. So if they were to draw it down another 120 to 140, that's absolutely the bare minimum you'd want in an SPR. And then there are logistical issues. There are potential issues with cavern stability, and can you actually draw that much down without collapsing? Those, I don't think anybody really knows the answers to those questions, but there's definitely, when you talk to some of the technical folks, they will highlight those to watch out for as well.
So you're a buyer of the dips of energy stocks like we're seeing today?
Sorry, could you repeat that one again?
So your upshot is you're a buyer of the dips in energy stocks?
Yes. Yes, I mean, look, absolutely, yes. Again, like I said, I don't think it's going to go up immediately, but I do think even if we consolidate a little bit and we correct lower, I think ultimately this is headed higher, just given how low inventories are. Cushing is scraping tank bottoms. We are fighting for crude everywhere in the Atlantic basin, so we should continue to edge higher.